Hey, you guys, it is February 27th, 2026. You're here with Hit List. It's not Wednesday night, it's Friday night. We had some things going on Wednesday night, so I couldn't make it on Wednesday, but I still, like I said, I wanted to put out content. So here we are. Part of the gang is here, part of the gang is off. Michael, how are you?
What's going on, Cowboy Carter? Here I am, rocking like a hurricane.
How have you been since last time we've seen you?
Too busy, but otherwise good. Had some dentistry done this week. Let me just say, one of the worst things about being me is that numbing stuff, it doesn't work right. So anytime I'm getting work done, I can feel everything. Not enjoyable.
Do you have like a high tolerance?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, do you feel better now? Do they give you good drugs? What's the tea?
I've just been treating it with ibuprofen and booze, so that's working just fine.
I mean,
clock it.
Stomach
Clock
up.
it.
Natasha, how are you?
I'm great this way. It's Friday. It felt like it was Friday by Monday. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a lot. It's just been a whole lot of week. So, needless to say, I'm so happy that's Friday, even though I got work to do this weekend. I'm glad that we made it. We made it.
We made it. Well, let this next hour or so be a little break for you to get away from all of that.
Oh, it is. It is.
Miss Dina, so I'm kind of mad at you because I had to see down to the Facebook that you were singing somewhere this week. Y'all sounded good too. There was a group of you guys.
Oh no, that wasn't this week, child. That was 3 years ago.
Oh, well, y'all sounded good.
You said where I'm there.
That was
down
3 years
memory
ago.
lane.
Y'all was doing your
3
good
years
singing.
ago. Yep. I mean, I do stay a little booked, but that was that was 3 years ago. We were reminiscing.
Got you. How are you feeling?
I am good. This week has been a week. I had to cater for 300 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You better get your money, girl.
And I will.
You better get
I'm
your
not
money.
leaving no money on the floor.
Okay.
But yeah, that was something. My hands still hurt from that. Literally, they still hurt. But God is good. I made it through.
And got some coins at the same time.
And did.
That's what's up. Miss Jonte, how are you?
I'm okay. I got some nice Botox this week to keep me looking young.
Period.
Unfortunately, it was for migraines, but it still does the same thing.
It's not for vanity purposes.
Okay.
Just over here managing this zoo I call home.
Well, mothers have been doing it since the beginning of time. So
I don't see how. I was gonna ask Auntie Natasha to come here next. The way she got her kids in line.
Listen.
And Shaq down in Hotlanta, how are you?
I'm well. I'm a little tired. I've got a lot going on, and more than I would ever want to talk about currently. I'll probably brief you guys later, but man, so much is happening right now. It's simultaneously exciting and exhausting. And so this is actually my moment to take a break.
Okay,
This is my idea of a break. I don't get no breaks.
Hopefully we can hear about it later.
Yeah. Looking forward to talking about it.
Okay. And Tamar, how are you?
Hi y'all. So good to be with y'all on this good old Friday night.
This weekend is going to be busy. I'm about to go see Lady Gaga tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'm getting my energy hyped up. And then Sunday is my husband's 21st show that we put on. We put on 3 shows a year for at one of the biggest gay clubs in Dallas. So we have Silky Nutmeg and Nosh in our show this weekend from RuPaul Drag Race. So we bring out RuPaul girls and we put them in the show. So I'm getting ready for that and just it's been a week. I don't know, everybody's been so sick. So I'm finally getting over this sickness that I had. And I'm back in the streets. So yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to see you're all doing well over here. Everything's all good. It's Pisces season. My birthday is Monday.
Period.
And I'll be celebrating all month. So you guys will have updates throughout the next couple of weeks what's going on over here in Chicago. So
yes.
Speaking of, to bring in my birthday, I'm going to be joining my ex-roommate. It was my first roommate ever I had here in Chicago. His name is Rajan McCoy. They're having their annual Squall Fest, and the SOAR Awards is also this weekend here in Chicago. Lillian Lloyd, Kevin's Lemons Higher Calling will be here. So that's how I'm bringing in my birthday. I'm just going to praise God and get a few little steps in. And so if you're out here in Chicago this week, come and join us. Listen to some good music, some good old gospel singing, and we're gonna take it there. So I told him I would share that with our viewing audience. So other than that, there's been a lot of stuff going on, you guys. But before, thank you, Jonte. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, and teaching. Also education. Where I'm going to be flashing this a few times tonight because we have a lot of video clips and a lot of allegedlys going on. So you'll see this more than once tonight. The Met Ball theme was announced this week. The 2026 Met Gala dress code is Fashion is Art. The co-chairs will be Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, Zoe Kravitz, and Miss Beyonce Knowles will be headlining. So very excited to see this theme this year. I'm excited to see Beyonce. She doesn't do stuff for just to do it. So the Beehive is expecting some kind of announcement, maybe Act 3. Something's going to happen because Beyonce just doesn't pop out just to pop out. What do you guys think about this theme?
I think it's very ambiguous and very broad. So I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how people interpret that, but I think it's a very broad statement. Fashion is art.
Yeah.
I like it. It means we don't know what the heck we're gonna get, because what does that even mean?
Right.
That's creative.
Yeah.
So,
I also think that it takes out people being stuck in a box. I feel like all the things that we've seen in the previous years, we sometimes may not understand what the artist is doing. But they're on theme, but we look at it as, okay, that don't seem right. So I feel like with Fashion is Art, you get a chance to see an artist, like these artists really come together with their stylists and really project what their art mindset is, because everybody's eyes are different. So I think this is good. I feel like we will get a chance to see people shine this year and not get criticized for what they're doing. And when they do hit the red carpet.
I'm hoping to see some men get creative. I swear it feels like half the men just throw on the black suit and let it go. So hopefully this opens up the door for the men to do something interesting. Because good grief. That'd be nice.
I think we'll see some men do some fun stuff this year. Especially with this theme. I think you can go, it's open to interpretation. So I think we'll see some pretty neat stuff.
I prefer open to everyone, like, you know, when they have like a theme that's like Victorian, and then everybody's just doing some version of Victorian.
Mhm.
This
Right.
is just creative, and so I think it's an opportunity to see where the real artists are.
And
So,
you know, the one person I know that's probably going to fucking slay this runway is Lady Gaga. If she comes,
Yep.
if she comes,
she probably gonna come dressed as a picture frame.
Baby, you better clock it. You better clock it.
I was gonna say,
even
her and Janelle
Monáe. Even Cardi B. Cardi B has been one of the top dressed people at the Met Gala for years. So, I mean, it's, you know, there's endless opportunities for people to be very creative, and I really think that the stakes are high this year because there's open doors to numerous multi fascinating ideas that people can actually do. So yeah, I'm excited.
So we will be looking out for that, and we will, of course, we'll probably do.
I'm gonna be mad if people don't go crazy with this thing.
We need to do a. Can we?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad if people are like playing it safe because
I don't want to see no classic black.
I don't want to see nothing classy. They better go balls to the wall with this thing.
Baby, what?
Okay.
Fashion is hard, honey. You better not come in there. You
Yeah.
better not come out there with no underwear on.
Nobody
Nobody
want to
see no underwear with no red bottoms. I don't want to see it. Or I'm going to email you personally and tell you, get your ass off the screen.
Hopefully this year we can do a show. Did we do one last year committed just to the Met Gala? I can't remember.
No,
I think afterwards.
I hope so, Ashley. I really want us to do like that really, please. I want to do that. That will be so much fun.
All right. Well, remember you guys said it. So we want to send condolences out to Mary Crosby from the Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her son lost his battle with what they're saying addiction. Was it yesterday, you guys?
Monday.
Yeah, it dropped yesterday.
Okay. And we saw her be very open about that struggle they were having on last season of the show. And so for it to come to this, to have this ending is kind of, it's really, really unfortunate. And I'm sending prayers out to her. But people have been kind of nasty to her in these comments. They're saying, it's been reported she's moving on with filming following the death of her son. And people have been saying some pretty nasty things. I don't think anyone should judge on grieves in different ways. This is what's going to, help her get over this and not move on, but, try to.
There's too many conflicting stories because I've read that filming has been halted altogether.
Okay, so I did hear filming has been halted, but then I heard she had planned on when it does pick up.
When it does resume, that she'll resume too.
Yeah.
And you can't tell people how to grieve. So if she does, she does.
She makes money for this show, right?
Yeah.
Mary Cosby is it.
She's taking a season off though.
Yes, she did.
It's not affordable. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a heck of an expense on her. It's so funny. The first thing people tell you to do when someone dies is stop or take a break or take a rest. Death comes with a bill. And so, speaking from experience, and so everybody wants you to sit down, everybody wants you to rest. Who's going to pay for the funeral? So like if she makes money from this, and I think that going to work is still a thing, even when we're grieving. And as someone who's buried a lot of people, I think and I'm sure you can relate as well, Ashley, like we lose people and sometimes you need to keep moving. I can't imagine what she's going through of losing a child. I think that my house would feel real empty after my child died. I don't know that I would want to sit in it alone. So it's too bad that's happening to her. And I hope she has a really good therapist. And you know what? If she goes to work, she'll be able to pay for it because therapy is also not free.
I don't think the money is an issue to her. But the work part of it is still going on.
And staying busy. But her church just reopened, so she will have that to keep her busy. Like, I don't think it's a money thing. She's taken a season off before.
Mm-hmm.
Her family, I mean, if we remember, she married her step grandfather and everything. So her family
Mm-hmm.
definitely believes in setting things up once someone passes away. So
Yeah.
I have no doubt that she has things in place even for her son. So I mean, at this point, it's anybody's guess what happens,
He
will
was
only
so,
time will
so
tell.
young.
I'm
20.
He
gonna
was
come from,
young. He was only 23.
Yeah.
yeah, and
But
I'm
We
gonna
could
come
get out
from,
of the conversation, y'all, with death. I wish that people would get out of the conversation of talking about what people are doing when they
mm-hmm.
lose people.
mhm.
Grief is weird. Some people handle it fabulously, some people handle it disastrously. Like I think it is really icky when people have thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and opinions on how somebody is handling grief. I think that's one of the times when you just need to say, I'm gonna pray for you, and you keep it moving and you mind your business. You just don't know what people are going through, man.
Yeah.
Humans are awful.
Do you guys think that she regrets showing that side, that struggle now?
No.
No,
You don't think so?
I,
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
They
think
Because
talk about it either way.
coming
a
from
lot of
like
people have sympathy.
coming from being I'm in recovery, and I can tell you, when you have a mother that sees their child deal with addiction, my mom had to like, hey, I'm done. Because the thing is, you can like a person that deals with addiction, and I want to say I commend her bringing this to the forefront because a lot of Black families don't talk about this in public.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it showed that she had things going on in her life that people in life can relate to. And unfortunately, she had to lose her son to this disease. I think that she needs, like, as somebody that do know people that have experienced losing their kids to addiction, I think it is a very good thing for her to speak about it because it can help somebody, and her healing could be helping saving somebody else's family. So
Yeah.
it's like, what do you expect somebody to do about their child dying? Like, they got to keep moving forward. And it's so sad that people are judging her because what if that was you?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing that she did talk about it. I know for a fact she just signed a new bone. She got her new contract signed for probably the next couple of years, which is going to be able to like play out the storyline, but also bring like that. Not only is she a socialite or famous, she also dealt with someone that dealt with addiction, and that is every day going on. And we don't see it because a lot of people don't talk about it, and that's very real in this world. And people need to see that being talked about. So I'm really sad for her, and I know that she's probably grieving. But I think like when you lose somebody, you can either stop and hurt more, or think about the person you lost and what would they want you to do. Because at the end of the day, she has to do something. Like she has to either keep moving forward or she got to keep moving backwards. And moving forward is going to help her heal more.
Is this her only child?
That's her only child. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw somebody online tag her because everyone knows she's a evangelist. She's a preacher. They asked her, "Where's your God now?" And I thought that was pretty cruel. So people just say the cruelest things, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, I just thought that was pretty cruel. And so
People
anyway,
are nasty.
Yeah,
It's very cruel.
Yeah. Again, our prayers go out to her and her family. In other housewife news, season 17, the trailer dropped for Housewives of Atlanta this week. It looks like it's going to be another uneventful, forced season. I'll play some of the trailer for you guys, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. I'm going to stop and start a lot so we don't get any hits on YouTube. But
who really tried to be good, like really tried.
I trust no lawyer that don't practice the law.
I don't trust no lawyer that eat dead people.
I eat dead people, but spilling tea is their favorite game.
You said that she was sleeping with a married man.
Oh, she want to spread her own tea? And when the tea is poured, that's when the dolls come alive.
I should have bought your foreclosed houses.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa Smurf.
This season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
We the richest bitches you ever seen in your goddamn life.
Tell me how expensive I am right now.
$180,000.
Atlanta is Black Hollywood. Andretta 2000.
Good God Almighty, it's eating me.
I didn't expect God to send a 6'5" tall man with big arms and tattoos.
This is my friend Sway.
I love these hands.
It's giving Atlanta. But you know, sometimes we play in the field too much and then we look up and we're like, hey, what happened?
Please welcome Miss K. Michelle.
My husband, Dr. Sims.
Nice to meet you.
I'm on the biggest country music label. And I don't think people understand that pressure being the only Black woman.
We got some sluts walking in the building.
I want to be.
So the new faces you're seeing are Pinky Cole. She's a restaurateur of Slutty Vegan chain. And K. Michelle from famous from Love and Hip Hop and some others. She's an R&B recording artist as well. To be continued.
Most powerful entrepreneurs in America.
Miss Pinky Cole.
I built this $100 million brand. Behind every great man, there's an even better woman.
Dallas, here we come. Girl trip. This is beautiful. I claim tranquility room in the night.
Hopefully I can find me a cowboy in Texas.
You gotta talk to him about that career.
I want to own my own things at this point in my life.
I took my last $50,000 and bet on myself.
Truly the hardest year of my life. Are you serious?
You ever slept with a married man?
No, I have not.
You absolutely did.
People want Black.
That's my friend.
What up, baby? Good to see you.
He's in my DM. Black.
No!
Then why would she be lying on you?
Well, she doesn't like me.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Don't you ever address me that way.
Portia every Nigerian in Atlanta.
You better get that goddamn drink on my face. Take your goddamn lick and sit the down.
We're going to be very well behaved.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta, new season April 5th on Bravo and Peacock.
What do we think, Natasha? Is she not there? Dina, what do we think? Housewives of Atlanta, season 17.
It does seem a little forced, child. It does. I can't lie. It does seem a little forced. And it's so veering away from where Housewives really, even though it was, there was tea being spilled, it was still kind of an elevated series. Like it was, Black excellence, Black class. And now it's just like, we going a little, Zeus network on it a little bit. And I'm really not here for that. Let Zeus do Zeus and y'all do y'all. So yeah, and I feel,
go ahead.
And, bless her heart, but I really feel no need for K. Michelle. What are you a housewife? It's a lot. It's just,
I was going to ask Natasha what she thought about the addition of K.
She's
Michelle.
an actual wife.
She's a wife now. She is a wife now, but you've been a wife for about 2.5 seconds. And no, it's just not giving that for me. And maybe it's just me. But I'm, if we're referring to, like the Nenes and the charades of it all, K. Michelle is very low on my totem pole of housewives. I could do without that.
But K. Michelle is actually accomplished. She's more accomplished than some of the housewives that are currently on there.
But this is not the series for her.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
No, I think K. Michelle has grown up a lot over the years from her when she started loving hip hop. So I think that for some of the people they have brought on the show, like Britt Eady, if they could bring Britt Eady on there, They can definitely bring K Michelle on here. Okay, exactly my point. They can definitely give K Michelle a try and see how that works out. I don't know where y'all saying this is going to be a boring season. I think this one is going to actually be. I think this will actually be pretty good.
I mean, I think it's going to be some good drama to watch, but I feel like it's forced drama. I feel like it's scripted drama. And back in the day, that wasn't scripted drama. That was like,
I can see that, but Portia
Nene got locked out of the party, honey. She was really like locked out the party. And so it was good tea to watch because it was really happening in real time. This forced drama and this forced tea, like I'm good on that.
It just seems to me that there was a time when VH1 personalities stayed over there and Bravo personalities stayed over here. And now it seems to be just a free-for-all. They brought the Angel Girl from Basketball Wives. I'm Married to Medicine.
It's like Atlanta is basically the blueprint for Bravo to me. Like Atlanta put Bravo on, and I feel like they have just said, you know what, we just got to do something with them because they still need to be a part of this franchise. So it's just throw the ingredients there and there. Like, you know, when people make gumbo and they put the wrong shit up in the gumbo and you be like, why did they have this in here? Yeah. Baby, we don't want no damn salmon croquettes and no gumbo. That's what K Michelle is. She's a salmon croquette. Like, why is she in the gumbo? We need sausage, chicken, you know, beef, pork. I mean, yeah, K Michelle's
I don't want a pork chop in my gumbo.
Baby, well, I mean, you know, if I want some beans with some ground beef, I don't want to add no chicken. So, you know, like I just think like I feel like with Atlanta, what I'm seeing is they have brought on Mona Scott, probably. Her little formula, and they have actually like added her to like that what she did with what's that show, Love and Hip Hop, because it's giving very love and hip hop. And I think they need to go back to the drawing board. Like y'all just need to go on and bring Nene and Kim's over here. We need these people to come back, just go on and give us something that's going to bring it to the forefront, because it's that preview. It seemed forced. It don't seem like you don't really know the storylines. Portia's dating these people, like it's just a lot.
Right. I'm so sick of watching Portia be a whore and just.
God.
Speaking as someone who's not really into this sort of thing like that, but has watched periodically over the years and stuff, from the outside looking in, I think that the biggest issue that this show suffers from is that it's never been able to duplicate its original chemistry, right? It was just too good. And, you know, they've never come back from that. It's kind of like in music, it's like the curse of the first album. The first album is brilliant, and all the other albums are chasing the first album unless you're really good enough to reinvent. I feel like what happens. What goes? I don't think anybody has a fair shot on Atlanta unless they can capture some level of chemistry like what the first show had.
You know what? I think it needs, Shaq. I think it needs to have 4 OGs and 4 newbies.
Yeah,
I think having that dynamic against this.
I'm gonna tell y'all when Nene closed that laptop. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not even lying. And y'all can go back to the season after she left. When she closed that laptop, I think people was kind of like, what's going to happen? Like, we want to know what's happening with the laptop. And I want to say, like, I can truly say I watched the show after that season. The show didn't have that momentum. And then it just started going down. And then when they brought Sheree back, with Marlo and all these people, the show was being pushed, and then they left for a while, and then they came back with 16 with the last year. They was gone for a while, so we kind of come back to this whole. We are expecting this whole like what they gave us before 14. and then we got the formula of Basketball Wives. So I think like now it's just, I think that formula has been pushed into the narrative, and I don't know if that's the viewers that they're getting, but I think like, I don't know, Potomac, let me tell you about something about Potomac, baby. Them people over there know how to be black and loyal royalty, and them black women over there they giving us a show right now. They is giving us a show. They need them producers.
You know, Potomac has a different energy too, though. Atlanta's kind of hip hop, kind of.
Yeah, but they need some spice. They need some spice because right now it's unseasoned.
Well, season 17 will premiere in April, and we're going to be watching, and we will be sure to, we'll be commenting, I'm sure. Let's move on to this next story. The BAFTAs were this week. And there was some interesting behavior going on in the audience. I'm going to play the clip and then we can talk about it.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate the artists who expand what's possible on screen.
You may have heard some strong and offensive language tonight. If you've seen the film I Swear, you will know that film is about the experience of a person with Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome is a disability, and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette syndrome has no control over their language. We apologize if you were offended.
So I don't know if you caught that, but Michael B. Jordan and another actor from Sinners were on stage presenting an award. And this individual, what is his name? Somebody check his name for me.
Alan Cumming.
But the other guy.
The actual activist?
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan was on stage with Delroy Lindo.
And who's the guy with Tourette's?
Let's see.
Someone can get that name and just shout it out. He apparently has Tourette's, and he shouted
John Davidson.
What is it?
John Davidson.
John Davidson. He said the NIGER word, and it's being blamed on a disability activist, says BBC. So he shouted out that word, and then earlier he also shouted out a homophobic slur, but that was edited out. But the racial slur was not edited out, and so there's a lot of black actors and more than black actors that are upset the BBC chose not to edit this out. What do we think, you guys?
That's a problem.
A whole problem.
That's the problem.
Absolutely absurd.
Yep. And let's say, I can't remember what the condition is, but there's a specific condition within Tourette's that will cause them to say offensive terms or intertwined inappropriate terms with their tics. Your rights don't get to interfere with my rights.
Period.
So my right to be in a safe environment starts where, and your right to be out in the public, that's where your right stops. Mm-hmm. So if you are going to be in, if these are the tics that you have, then maybe you cannot come to recorded, or not even recorded, public events of mixed company where you are going to be calling people different slurs. And then I have to, as the target, decipher if that was your Tourette's or if that was just a jerk out there.
So, Michael, why do we feel that the homophobic slur was edited and the racial slur was not edited?
I would chalk this up to like systemic or institutional racism. There really is no good explanation for it. And I thought it was also very curious that the host, Alan Cumming, got to say his little piece after the fact and, explain it all the way and then gave the worst apology. Like, I'm sorry if it offended you. That's like saying I'm sorry if you feel that way. It's not actually apologetic or remorseful at all. Probably a bad judgment call was made. My understanding is like this person was maybe closer to the front. So maybe a solution would have been, put him in the cheap seats. If there's the potential for something like this to happen, right, then it wouldn't be, heard by all, or, there are a lot of ways to work around situations like this. I just can't believe that the expectation is, because this person had a disability, we all need to look the other way. But then, when a similarly bigoted term towards homosexuals is said, that gets the grace of being completely blotted out. It's the world we live in. I have no good answer.
John Davidson made a statement today, and he said, and I quote, "The BBC should have worked harder to prevent anything that I said, sitting me away," knowing that he had this problem, sitting me away from the microphones that would pick me up easily.
Okay, so you can advocate for your condition and say, I don't need to be in an area by microphones. I'm not going to sit here.
That's insane.
So
I mean,
my
better yet, how
favorite
about he
thing I
could have
heard?
took some more risperidone?
My favorite
Wait, what just what said?
I said, or better yet, he could have just took a little bit extra risperidone, which would have turned that down a little bit.
Okay.
You better say the medication. Clock it. Clock it, Jonte.
If I might share my favorite comment, because this has been discussed ad nauseum, of course, by this time, and but my favorite comment that I've read of all, and I wish I could remember who said it, but it was, "Yes, we understand that tics happen and that you can say inappropriate things when you do, but Mr. Davidson was inappropriate all night, and at no point did he ever say words like cracker or any of those slurs, right? So his slurs were targeted, right? They were targeted slurs. And so, what we assume, if you say something like, "Oh, I didn't mean to say that, that's not a word, that's not a part of my lexicon," then we assume that we can hear any slur from you. You may say any slur directed at any race or any different type of people, and that includes white folks, right? But somehow your slur was homophobic and then black. It was targeted. They were targeted slurs. And so that's the interesting part to me, is that if you really stop and think about it, what you said was hurtful and it was painful, and you targeted no one else with your uncontrollable disease. You can't stop it. You can't help it.
He actually called another cast member, actress, the N-word earlier in the day.
Yeah, see,
and they still let him continue.
You can't stop yourself, but you're only talking about certain people. So, apologize. And I do not think yet this man has apologized, and not really. And it's infuriating. It's like, we get it. We all know what Tourette's is at this point. We understand, but let's not pretend like you seem to have selective. Your Tourette's is real selective.
Very.
Real selective. Have you ever called anybody a cracker? No? Huh.
The thing with me is there's been a lot of slippage of this word recently. There was just another TV host whose show was canceled on another network.
HGTV.
Yeah, the lady who yelled it out while hammering.
It slipped out of her mouth. And then
stupidest context.
I can't believe I said that.
It's slipping out of his mouth. And then
see if the referee talking to him got in his head. Lefty shoots and he bricks. See if the referee talking to him got in his head. Lefty shoots.
Wow.
And he bricks.
Yeah. It's just been a lot of.
Listen.
I'm gonna go here. I'm about to be very, very controversial when I say this. We are where you have a lot of black people that are being in a lot of white spaces. that are very, very majority white spaces. And, a lot of these people feel comfortable now because of what's going on in the world. And it's just real. If you can get online and and say something about a microphone, you ain't got the risk that bad. You knew a microphone was up there.
Yeah.
So it's baffling that you can understand one thing about what they did, but you can't understand the other part. It's like you don't care. And I think like the world we're in is a world of not caring. There's a lot of people right now that are in spaces where people are feeling so comfortable with being very disrespectful and they know that there's not going to be consequences in these spaces. So it's one of those things like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If I'm in a space, I got to be prepared for what's to come because of what's going on in the world, which is sad to say, but that's the reality. It's just so sad that, people still don't want to see Black people be successful. People still don't want to see Black people be talented. Like, we're a talented group of people, and a lot of people are so afraid of us being prosperous in our talent that it baffles me. But it don't baffle me because you gotta automatically know that it's gonna happen.
Well, if we had a president, it comes from the top.
Mm-hmm.
We had a president that would condemn this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't think people would be so bold.
Yeah.
I do think we live in an environment right now where anything can be said and anything goes.
Oh yeah.
And we are discovering that, decorum has a place. We kind of miss. I remember I just shared a clip on my Instagram story not long ago, and it was like this old clip of like all the old Republicans, and one of the Republicans who played was Romney, and I remember however many over a decade ago being so annoyed with Romney talking about binders full of women, right? And now I would kill to go back to that. I would love to hear a Republican talk about some binders,
Yeah.
Like we've gone from this being offensive to we're accepting too much, we're allowing too much, and I think now it's getting overwhelming, right? We're going, hold on, there is a reason why people control themselves. There's a reason why you don't say everything that comes to your mouth. You don't have to speak on everything, you don't have to agree with everybody, you also don't have to tell them, so we've just opened up the floodgates for people to do and say anything. Everybody's a reality TV star, and now we are seeing what that looks like, and it's just distracting.
Also, I don't think the people who are so bold to say these words,
Republicans too.
They haven't got the right person yet, because my Tourette's is going to kick in if anybody calls me.
Talk, Ashleigh.
It's just don't
talk. Walk heavy.
No, hold on. I don't know that we could lay this just at the feet of the Republicans. Maybe they're the worst offender, but did we all miss in the past week that the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, sat in a Black forum, African Americans, okay, and said, "I'm just like you. I got a 960 on my SAT and I can't read."
My God. Okay.
Right? I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the
No, you said it.
Everyone is guilty of this level of ignorance. It's not just one side or the other.
I'm sorry that I have
what has changed, but there is something in the water, I guess, because it is.
I'm with you. I'm sorry that I forgot to do that. But, I think we probably just need to have a disclaimer now. Like, racism is not a political affiliation, right? It's just human. And y'all atrocious.
If you are a woman or a person of color, you are going to be attacked.
Don't be a person of color that's a woman.
That's just the reality. It's like women are not safe and people of color are not safe. Like that's a reality right now in the world we live in. But you just have to be prepared, and you just don't know what's gonna come out somebody's mouth. Like, you just don't know. So I'm gonna stay in my house with my blinds closed.
Well, some people are saying we're over exaggerating. There's no problem.
I think we've gotten to a point now where people are becoming so accustomed to ignorance that we're redefining ignorance, right? Because, like, if you okay it long enough, if you say it's okay long enough, if you keep if you keep moving that ruler, you know what I'm saying, things get longer. And so I do think we're getting to a point, memories are short, right? And so we're starting to get to a place, unfortunately, where what's shocking isn't anymore. And if I could give a great example of that, it would be think of late night TV and how once upon a time, you know, people weren't kissing, right? And then we looked up and they were kissing very, very, very strongly. And then we looked up and then they were in bed with each other. And, you know, this was late night TV, right? And so over time, you know, you move that stick and you get more and more. And I think we've hit a point now. It feels like maybe we're nearing a point of no return, right? Well, this will be the norm and ignorance. I mean, I'll give you another great example. The lack of fact checking, right? Remember a time in journalism where fact checking was a thing? And now people just get up and say anything. And it's okay.
Our president does. So it's fair game. I want to show you guys this clip. People often people often say because it's fair that we say this, they can say this, but I don't think that is true. Let's watch this and we'll talk about it.
On a double standard here, Adrian. I mean, take hip hop. We've talked about this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you.
Say it. All right, I think we can move on.
Why? Why move on when you want to say it? Both of you want to say it. Huh?
I love me some Delroy. I love me some Delroy.
That makes me so mad.
Delroy Lindo.
You know why that makes me so mad? Because to make sure we tell our audience that isn't real, right? That's a clip from a show. And it's this thing where we see stuff on television and it's supposed to be fake. But now all the crazy stuff that we watch on TV shows feels real because it fits into where we are in the world.
That's a news show.
No, yeah, but it's like a clip. It's like
But the reason why I played it is because people often say, "Well, you say it in
people think it's real.
Say it all day long." Well, we can say it. Just like if I wanted to call, like me and my gay boys, I can call them a bitch. Hey, bitch, what's up? But it's just our lingo. Every different groups marginalized groups have different lingo they use with each other. And I don't feel just because I don't want you to think because I use it, you can use it. No, I don't care how many black dicks you suck, how many black friends you have. You cannot say, don't call me nigga. It's just, no.
We ain't that cool.
A lot of Latin boys over here in Chicago use that word. And I'm always checking them like, why do you feel you can say that word? Well, because my boyfriend's black.
Who cares?
Yeah.
No.
I don't care.
You know, we've got a new set of young people coming up, and all of this is normalized for them. Can you imagine what this world looks like in 20 years?
I can't. Michael, I want to ask Michael how he feels. Okay, so let's say a song is playing. Do you ever feel, because I've heard some white people say, well, it's in the songs, it's the song lyrics, so I can say it. Is there any time that you ever think that is like off, like it's, what am I trying to say? It's all fair?
No, there is never a time. And if that word's in a song and you're doing karaoke, replace it with something else. I mean, this is not difficult math to figure out. I don't know why people have an issue with this. As you mentioned, Ashleigh, every marginalized group has their own lexicon, right? And it's a part of the identity, and it's a part of that kind of specific culture. And it is for that culture. Not everything is for everybody. You know what I mean? Like the stacks in my safe ain't for you. They're mine. I earned it. You know what I mean? If you want to use that word, you've earned the right to use that word. And there are words that I can use that I've earned the right, to use. This isn't difficult. Not everything is for everybody. Can't we all just let it go?
Do you guys think it's a generational thing?
No, you know what?
I think it's an educational thing.
I think it is the generational thing where
good enough is the problem.
But I think
that slide entirely too long, and you ain't been popped upside your head and got that upper lip popped, and that's why you think it's okay to do it. And that
Yeah.
your upper lip still
We've been
ain't
too gentle.
All up.
I was about to say,
And
we
that's
got
the
too
problem
many
right there.
We got way too many black people that let it slide, and I
Let
think
it slide.
even
Too
the
long.
younger generations, even more so, are even more okay with letting it slide.
And
And
like,
it's so
yeah,
funny, and
yeah.
it's so funny how they like to say that we're being too sensitive. However, when Kanye went on the whole rant about Jewish people, they made sure that he shut the hell up.
They shut it down.
They shut
him
him down
all the way down.
so fast. So who's the sensitive
Down.
one? Because he said some crazy stuff, but he also paid for it. So let's not sit here and keep saying that black people are being too sensitive when y'all just as sensitive as we are with you, and you have every right to be. But don't keep calling us sensitive for the very word that y'all know.
Didn't they just indict? Didn't
I
they just
think-
indict like 30 people for being disrespectful at the church because they putting their foot down about that sort of thing? Everybody is sensitive. Everybody gets to be sensitive, apparently, except us.
I think, like
Everybody.
Shaq said, there's not enough education, especially with our young people. They don't know the fight, the blood, our ancestors, the fights they fought, the blood they shed for that word. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's taught enough. I don't have kids in school, so I don't know.
You know,
but I know.
Go ahead.
I know we learned it. I mean, we learned about it.
You know, when I knew we had a problem, and I'll take this back to maybe I want to say about maybe 5-10 years ago when when those shirts first started getting popular on social media, the "I am not my ancestors" shirts. If I could think of something in popular culture, or at least social media culture, where we began to see that education had been eroded, it was that. Because I remember when those shirts dropped, and it was so bizarre to me that people thought it made sense. Because I was like, yeah, we're not our ancestors. They used to get hit with fire hoses, you know, like you know, our ancestors went through the fire. You know, we're now mad because there's a Starbucks in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And so even as hard as it is for people of color, there is no person of color today that is going through what our ancestors was going through, you know? And so when that first popped up, I remember thinking we are losing sight of our history. We have forgotten. And now these new kids, they just don't know. You know,
I don't even think they care.
They don't.
Even worse.
Even
worse,
you
like
know,
they don't care.
You know what this whole Tourette's thing? You know what it reminded me of? The
What?
movie Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
I've never seen that.
Shut up.
Y'all have to watch it because one of his clients had Tourette's, and she said the most craziest shit.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I've never seen it.
To go find that movie tonight.
Y'all should shut up.
So, well, that's that story. Let's yeah, we got some long days ahead. Like Martin Luther King said, we got some long days ahead. We gotta stay focused. Hopefully we can get through these next couple of years, get someone with some sense in office, and maybe the tide will turn a little bit, but who knows? I don't know. This next story I thought was kind of interesting. Tampa International Airport is saying we've seen enough, we've had enough. It's time to ban pajamas at the Tampa International Airport. After successfully banning Crocs and giving everyone the amazing opportunity to experience the world's first Crocs-free airport, it's time to take on an even larger crisis. Pajamas at the airport in the middle of the day. We know this decision could disrupt, you guys know how I can't see, disrupt someone in your life. It's time to have a difficult conversation with them. You can do this. We and Phoebe believe in you. What do you guys think about this? Traveling in pajamas.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I think it's bordering controlling at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't none of your business.
What people do best.
That's none of your business. Like,
this is what people do
I'm
best.
not here for it.
Blame
I definitely ain't here for them bonnets. But it's none of your business.
It makes me angry that we're always blaming the symptoms instead of the sickness, right? Because you don't like Crocs. Well, let's talk why we have on Crocs. Because at some point we looked up and we were in the airport and we had to take off all our shoes and do 1,000,001 things, and we're trying to get through there. And now we're looking for comfortable shoe wear because we know at some point we're gonna have to disrobe. That's how you get into that. Why are people in pajamas? I don't know. Planes are uncomfortable. It's tight. It's miserable. You're trying to get through the airport for 3 hours. You might get stuck in there overnight. I mean, I can think of 1,000,001 reasons why people are in airports looking crazy and being crazy, because the airport is a crazy experience. I don't know. Make it a better, nicer experience, and maybe I'll put on some nicer clothes.
I can't help but Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy a couple months ago had said something about this. And I can't help but think Florida is a red state. I can't help but think that's connected. I might be going out on a limb saying that, but when he said it, it was very geared toward a certain demographic, if you know what I mean. Because he was talking about the bonnets on the head and the Walmart pajama pants, and I don't know.
I'm going to take the other side of this one. I agree.
You agree?
I dress nicely for flights. People should dress for a flight like they're going to court. Honestly,
really?
Yes. I don't care if you're comfortable. People are very unsanitary on planes these days. Like, I fly a lot. And
they are.
And they look, a lot of times unkempt. And just kind of sloppy and messy. And I think when people put in effort to appear a certain way, that does affect the way that they act. I mean, that's just a fact of life. Otherwise, why would you have to wear a suit to court or dress nicely for court? Or to church. There are situations as a society that we still say it's worth looking the part to do. I would not be averse if flying was one of it. I think pajamas in the airport, you would never catch me dead. Okay? I could be ill. I could have cancer. I would look nice.
I'm
not averse to it. I just wish the airport was a better experience. Why they want me to look better?
Michael, somebody who shares your sentiments. I heard Patti LaBelle say that once. She said you'll never see her. She dresses full beat, suit, heels in the airport. She said you'll never catch me slipping.
Wait, I thought she said she didn't like to fly.
That's Aretha that didn't like to fly.
Aretha didn't like to fly. Okay.
She didn't play that. She was on the bus, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say, John Tay? Did she say something?
As a flight attendant, you will get fired if you come to the airport like that. Like, even if you're off.
Sure will.
Even if they see you in the airport as a flight attendant looking homeless or whatever you want to categorize it as, that will be the last day you enter the airport with a badge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm okay with it. I don't like it. But again, my issue with this stems from the airport being a tragic experience. Not necessarily because I disagree with making people put on clothes. I think I'm not losing sleep over places with dress codes. I don't like when they're unreasonable, and I don't like when they feel racially targeted. But I do understand people, because one person's idea of nighttime isn't another's. For some people, it's a nice pajama set. For some people, it's underwear. And so, how do you figure it out? Just tell everybody to get put on clothes. I can see both sides of the coin, but I still come back to, when you want to complain about why people are doing things, you also should be doing something about why people are doing things. Again, when you're complaining about our footwear, well, again,
why do people need
and I had to take my shoes and my socks off?
Plane, though? Let's be real. Like, have you ever been on a flight and someone quite literally takes their shoes off and puts their bare feet in your space?
Yes.
Feet and all this. It's disgusting, right? Like,
it's not appropriate.
I get you want to be, whatever you're trying to be, but at the same time, it's like it's nasty. I don't know.
Well, I've seen people take off Timberlands, so I don't think it matters what you give them. People are gross. People are just gross.
We'll see where this goes. I'm anxious to see how they're going to enforce it. If other airports will follow suit.
Natasha, your face.
People nasty.
Let's move on. Let's move on, you guys. This next two stories are kind of connected. The question is posed: should gig workers be background checked? This Next clip comes from a registered sex offender dropping off somebody's Uber Eats or DoorDash, and a 12-year-old boy answered the door, and you'll see what happens.
Hey, man, how you doing, DoorDash? Good. Here you go. Thank you. You are beautiful. Are you taking? What? I'm saying you are beautiful. Are you taking?
There were I know we're about to take off. There were a lot of people divided about this in the comments. Some people were saying you shouldn't have your child answering the door. Some people were saying, well, they make it so hard for people with a felony or convicted sex workers to convicted sex offenders to work a job. What else do they have? There were lots, so it wasn't just one type of comment. There were many. There's both sides of the coin. Before we go into that, I want to play you the next clip, and we'll talk about them both.
Campos is not running from his past as he runs for office.
I've been given the chance to rehabilitate through the courts and back into the system.
Charged with being in possession of child sex abuse material back in 2018, the Fresno native says he pled no contest to a misdemeanor charge. Now launching his campaign to represent District 7 on the Fresno City Council. He says his focus is on safety.
So I say, let's choose somebody outside the box, somebody who knows the system from inside out. Because I've experienced the laws that we are trying to reform right now.
Fresno County Clerk and Registrar of Voters James Coos says state law does not prevent a registered sex offender from running for office.
Once you leave prison, you're on probation, you actually are allowed in California to reapply and become a registered voter again, which would then make you eligible to be able to run as long as you are living in the proper jurisdiction.
Michael, what do we think?
At the risk of sounding horrible, I am not sure if this is the type of thing that can be rehabilitated. I suppose there are some things that people suffer from that just don't have a cure. Obviously, he won't get elected. At the same time, should they run a background check for this gig type of work? Sure, but a lot of workers would probably lose their job, right? I mean, the folks that do gig work are sometimes they can't get other work. You know what I mean? And so we would lose the convenience of having food delivered. I guess there's that part of it. But when it comes to being a sex offender, I don't know that you can come back from that. That's just my opinion.
Natasha?
I have to agree with Michael. I've always thought, I know that they do some sort of loose background check because like I've done Uber Eats and stuff like that. Like they have a lot of your information. They have, of course, your driver's license and all that stuff. So there's something loose. But they definitely do need to tighten up on it because even if I answer my door, if a Uber driver saw my child in the background, now they know that I have a child in the home and they have my address. And so there's just a lot of things that come with that. And I don't, and I mean, now, I don't know who's a sex offender that comes to my door and drops some stuff off. I get stuff from Walmart and Amazon, but those are independent contractors. Walmart is, at least. For Amazon, they do have some independent contractor positions. So I get stuff delivered from them all the time.
There were people in the comments also saying, well, these 12-year-olds look like 25-year-olds these days. How did he know?
But he did not. He didn't have the voice of a 20-some-year-old. He had the voice of a little kid.
Well, clearly we know in the comments who are predators.
Right.
If you're saying all this stuff, you got a predatorial mind. And I mean, this is the thing. it is just baffling that people are defending this.
Yeah.
It is crazy that they're
I cannot
defending
believe this.
That
That
is
I'm the
crazy.
devil's advocate tonight. I am the devil's advocate tonight because I happen to agree with a lot of the comments, unfortunately. Sometimes children do look older, and sometimes you do need them to do something like speak. I've seen it before. I hate it, but I've seen it. I was a very developed looking child. So until I opened my mouth, I think I probably did appear to be grown. I was very heavy and so forth. And so I think the biggest problem we have here again, and I just said something about that, and I'm going to say it again. We treat symptoms instead of the disease, right? So we live in a world now without boundaries, right? You know, there was a time when you were at work where you knew you weren't supposed to make overtures. You know, now you can do whatever you want. You know, you can deliver something, and as you're dropping it off, instead of dropping it off and being professional and getting in your car and going, you can stop and decide you want to holler at somebody. You know, when you deliver something for me, leave my customers alone. Give them their product and leave, you know. But we now live in a world where people can just do whatever they want. And so now things that once upon a time wouldn't have got you caught up because you just wouldn't have done it can get you caught up. But here's the thing. What do we do with these undesirables? Well, when they get away, when they do heinous acts, we send them to jail for like 5 years, and then they're back amongst us, and now we hate them and we don't want them around. But guess what? They have to live, they have to eat, they have to pay bills just like everybody else. They need work.
And they serve their time, some would argue.
And they serve their time. So, you know, what I said, right? Treating the symptoms instead of disease. Maybe we should have just killed them from the jump. We don't want to kill people. Well, then what are we going to do with them? Because they have to live amongst us. We have a bigger problem, right? I keep hearing this conversation over and over again about these people, and they shouldn't be doing this, and they shouldn't be doing this. Well, what are they going to do? Do they live in the same economy as us?
Jobs, though. There are plenty of jobs that aren't public facing where you don't interact with folks. Like work third shift in the grocery store, stock the shelves or something. You know, like you should be, if you're a registered sex, I mean, for real, do you think you can be rehabilitated? Right?
No, I do not.
Right.
I'm not arguing rehabilitation. I am arguing existence. They exist.
They can
have
exist.
To live.
This
they
is the
have to pay
thing.
bills.
They can exist. They can pay bills, but you shouldn't. If you are a sex offender, you should be going to somebody's house.
Do we have legislation for them? Do we have guaranteed jobs where they're going to go? Do we have guaranteed places where people will rent to them? Do we have guaranteed sections where they can be? I'm not arguing for any of this. If it was up to me, we would skin them all, but we don't do that. These people live. They exist. And they have to eat and drink and live and be somewhere just like everybody else. And we have not put anything into place for undesirables. We just don't do it. You know somebody who maybe isn't an undesirable but has a felon? Do you know any fellas and how hard it is for them? They need to pay their bills. They need to work. They need to pay me my rent. You know, like we're living in a world where we don't handle these problems, and then we get mad about them, and it's frustrating, right? And I'm not arguing for any of this shit. As a person who has been victimized in every way possible, it's infuriating. But the truth of the matter is, sex offenders got to eat too. They got to pay their bills too. They need somewhere to live too. And so until we as a society band together and create a system for these people and or kill them off, we're always going to be in this problem. And it sucks. Life is complicated.
All right. Let's move on. Fashion files time. We had to get out of that conversation because it was
right because it's the dead.
Baby, what? It was gonna get real. It's gonna get grimy. Fashion is art, bitch.
So sex offenders in y'all neighborhoods, y'all gonna be horrified.
Baby, what? I got the little download app on my phone. So
this week is Milan Fashion Week. We're at the tail end of New York Fashion Week last week. So there's a lot of looks we didn't get to last week, and new looks this week. So the first look we have, who is this? Alandria. She's in Robert Wan. Michael, yay or nay?
I love the color, but this looks a little costumey to me. Probably a nay.
Okay. Natasha, yay or nay?
Oh, that's perfection right there.
Shaq?
thought that was fire, Michael.
It'd be fire at
There's no
Hamburger
contrary.
Mary's. You know what I mean? That put her on stage.
Tamar, yay or nay?
You know what? This is the new queen. She is the it girl right now. She is chocolate, and she's giving me a glass of Kool-Aid. Yes.
Look at that flower on her
good.
shoulder. Hello, let me smell it.
Dina,
Are those,
yay or
are
nay?
those pants?
Mhm.
Are those pants? Oh yeah, that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
All right, going on. We also have the same designer, Robert 1. We have Deborah T. She's in Robert 1 as well. Michael, yay or nay?
Pass.
You said no?
I said pass.
Okay. Tamar, yay or nay?
I love this. It's so exaggerated. And the hat is everything. She looks so good.
The dress, if you could see it up close, it's almost like scales, like,
Mhm.
like a mermaid's tail.
Yeah.
It's made very well. Dina, yay or nay?
I love it. It looks like church.
Natasha?
Because Karen Clark, she are gonna have
Period.
this on next week. She is. But no, I love this too. Like this designer definitely needs to have some of their designs on the Met Gala.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And he probably will. Shaq, yay or nay?
I actually don't like this one. Looks like a penguin or something, a white dirty penguin or something. I don't like this one. But
A dirty
the first one
penguin.
was fire.
That's
Looks
crazy.
like a bird.
Dirty Penguin is sick. Crazy work.
Moving on. We have Chloe Bailey and Christian Cowan. Michael, yay or nay?
I like to say yes. Yay.
Okay. Tamar?
Yes, I like it.
Dina?
Yes.
Natasha?
It's okay. The exaggerated hip is just throwing me a little bit because she already got body.
He does that, and you're about to see some more of his.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe her body type wouldn't be the best because she already got it. And so it just looks totally weird.
Okay. Shaq, yay or nay?
Yeah, that's a good looking young lady, but she look too young for me to like to look at her, so I always just feel weird. She look nice though. You know.
Okay. We have model Sydney. She's also in Christian Cowan. He has there's that exaggerated hip. And this is the back. I really love the way this was.
Ooh.
The back was fabulous to me.
That's nice.
That's very hard to do. That's not easy. Michael, yay or nay?
It's giving Halston. I like it. Yay.
Oh, it is giving a little Halston. Yeah. Tamar, yay or nay?
Pass. I don't like her.
All right. Dina?
That's fabulous.
I don't like her either, but she looks amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
Ash, did the dress give her that body, or is that her body?
Is
I
what?
was about to say.
Yeah,
That's her
what
body.
is it?
That's
I
her
can't
body.
hear you.
Yeah, she asked if the dress gave her that body or is that her body? Because the hip doesn't look. The
Well,
hips and waist don't look accentuated here.
she's corseted, yes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
up top and everything, that's all her.
Okay, because Chloe Bailey's, it looked like it was cushioned.
Interesting.
And maybe
I
that's
like
just
this
me.
dress. I think it's nice. She looks good, and I don't like her either, but she look good now.
Moving on, we have Danny Boy. He's in Ilias Matzo. Michael, yay or nay?
This is doing too
Oh,
much.
what the hell is that?
Nay, nay, nay.
Okay. Tamar, yay or nay?
Baby, let me tell y'all something. That is a good.
I know Michael's a man's man.
That's a good Sunday at Gay Pride, honey. Yes, I'm gonna give it a yes because, honey, guess what? He's ready for Gay Pride 2.26. Yes.
All right. Dina, yay or nay?
It's a nay for me.
Natasha?
He looked like one of
He
the
said
money
yes,
bouquets. One of the money bouquets that all the girls are doing now for birthdays and stuff. He
Okay.
A damn mess.
the rolled up ones and the
You are such a mess. Shaq, yay or nay?
He look a damn mess. No.
Okay. Moving on, we have Tay Diggs.
Yes, bitch.
He's in Viviano Studio.
Don't piss me
Michael,
off.
yay or nay?
Don't
I
piss
like
me
the
off.
sharp dressed man. Yay.
Tamar, yay or nay?
You know what? That's a fine chocolate man. Yes, honey, child. He look good. He look good.
Dina?
No, I do not like this at all. I saw it already, and it was an absolute no for me. It was an absolute no. And I've seen kilts and or whatever it is. I've seen them before. However, this is giving me. I had to keep a black skirt in my trunk for choir rehearsal because I can't wear. You know what I mean? I can't wear pants for choir rehearsal, so I had to keep me a good old black skirt. Is them culottes? That's
no, it's just
like culottes.
Gauchos is what it's called.
Oh my God,
Dina, I don't
Natasha,
like it the way you
yay
did
or
it.
nay?
I don't like it.
Oh shoot! I like the top, but now that Dina just
Dina
randomly check on the bottoms,
y'all know they look horrible.
I'm gonna give it to him for the top though. He looked good from the waist up.
Okay, Shaq.
I am not coming back from anything Dina said. I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. Now we have Monica and Sergio Hudson.
Yes.
Michael, yay or nay?
That looks expensive. Yay.
Tamar?
Thank God she's not labeled down. She looks like a expensive bitch. Yes,
Yeah.
God. Yes.
Dina?
I was gonna say the same thing because I just don't want to see no big GGs and Fs all over your body because she loves to wear the labels.
Yeah.
But this looks so good, and the slight color contrast in the tie, 8.
Natasha?
I love it. I love it.
Shaq?
Am I using the right word here? The tailoring on that. Was that
Sergio Hudson is impeccable on
It
tailoring.
is.
That's what he does. He tailors.
It's just immaculate. Love it.
Now you guys might hate me now because I have Monica again, but she's in Marc Jacobs. Michael, yay or nay?
I love this one too. Yay.
All right, Tamar.
I love it because I don't know who it is. It's giving what is it? Nanny from the 90s. Is everything.
Oh yeah.
Love it. It's everything. Thank you, Monica, for slaying the girls.
Dina.
You know, I like it, but her feet look like canoes.
Okay.
Those are those Balenciaga boots, and they're exaggerated. Those boots are big.
That make her feet look huge.
Yeah. Natasha, yay or nay?
I like it. Yay.
Shaq.
Yeah, I love it.
Monica she's always been a fashion girl, but she's been at all the fashion weeks lately. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's been trying to step her game up a little bit. So I like it too. Moving on, we have Nene Leakes and Vintage Halston. Michael, yay or nay?
I love it. Yay.
Tamar.
Yes, mother. I love it. Yes, it's giving mahogany.
Yeah, most definitely 1978. Dina.
I thought we had seen this look from Nene before, but I do love the whole Mumu-esque idea. I just feel like I should not see the nips of a woman of a certain age, but she looks fabulous though.
Natasha?
I like it. It caught me off guard with the shelf pieces up top, but I like it.
Okay. Shaq?
All of my lesbian sensibilities support every inch of this.
Okay. Moving on. We have Jamal Sims, choreographer to the stars. He's in Tom Brown. Michael, yay or nay?
That's a no for me.
Tamar?
I almost bought this from Shein.
I guarantee you it wouldn't have laid like that.
Baby, the pictures look just like this, and mine cost $31.99 because I was gonna wear this to the Cardi B concert, but I said no because it was gonna take 2 months. But yeah, he looks good, but the one on Shein looked just like it, and they got it in 5 different colors.
Okay.
So yeah, but he look good. Clock it.
Shut up.
That's some good
Let me just go ahead and tap out now.
Dina?
No.
You don't like the skirts on men.
I mean, like if you're gonna do a skirt as a man, then just go ahead and give me full-fledged, fabulosity. But this like extremely manly man in a skirt, I know. No.
He said, I want to see
I
leg.
like it.
No.
Jack, you like
You know,
it?
Ash, I like it, but I can't figure out if I like it or if I just like the man. I think that
Oh,
because
okay.
I think he just rocking it.
The man, I know,
Jamal
right?
Sims,
That's
You thought I understand him, y'all.
No.
Jamal Sims is a very good looking. He's very
He's
handsome.
gorgeous.
He do look good.
I like him in it. I don't know that I want to see men in it, but he look good.
I want to see him out of it.
Well, that was the end of Fashion Files tonight, and so to our last segment, we have Come Sit on My Couch, and it's kind of a part A, B, and C to this. First, we want to watch this clip, and then I'll come and ask the question that Funky Geneva posed onto social media earlier. Let me find this clip. Is this it? I think this is it.
Conferences and international headlines started with this video. We've blurred it because it shows a group of kids. One is drinking from a cup the kids say has urine in it. The mom of the boy drinking was outraged.
This is not a prank. This is beyond bullying. You are evil. They are evil.
Now the courts have weighed in on what happened after this sleepover in Plano 5 years ago. The family of one of the kids accused of bullying sued the mom and her lawyer. A Collin County jury agreed the mom and her lawyer intentionally inflicted emotional distress and publicized the private information of Asher Van.
It was immature. It was stupid. It was nasty. But that's not who I am, and that's not me today.
Van, now 19, says he did not force anyone to drink urine, and he says he isn't racist.
We played a prank. First one who went to sleep got pranked.
His lawyer says the viral outrage will follow the group of boys for the rest of their lives.
Caused significant damage not only to their past, but to their future.
That's why he wants to try to collect the $3.2 million judgment the jury found mom Summer Smith and her attorney must pay.
Defending my son was what I should have done, and I would defend my son still.
Smith says she plans to appeal the verdict and says there's not much she would have done differently.
I am attempting to move forward, attempting to move past it. My son is doing great.
Smith says she was sad to hear about the backlash Van says he experienced.
In Trump's America sends their child to any white person's house for a sleepover. I don't know what black parent sends their child to a sleepover where overwhelmingly the children are going to be white. Okay? It's just not the time. Now it's just not the time. It's not the time. I don't care if they're on the same lacrosse team. I don't care if they're on the same baseball team. Now is not the time for my son to be one of 2 black boys and 10 other white boys at the sleepover. Now is just not the time. And in Texas,
what do we think? People were getting jiggy with it in the comments too. I don't have kids, but I know I was always, and I grew up in a different time too. I was always one of one. And sometimes I would rather be the only one of one with a group of white people than to be with a group of black boys where I was gay and was made fun of for that. So what do we think? Some people might argue that, well, they don't feel uncomfortable with their own people because of this, but feel more comfortable with these people because they're not so judgmental. Dina, I know you don't do sleepovers at all.
No, I absolutely do not do sleepovers at all. It's absolutely not even an option. And my kids know, they're 6 and 8, and they already know if you coming to me about a sleepover, it must be at my house. Because I'm not allowing my children to sleep over anybody's house other than their grandmother. But I was a child who grew up in a predominantly Caucasian area. Very, very, very few of us where I came from, and my mama didn't let me do no sleepovers. A lot of my friends, I had many girls who lived right on my street. We lived in the burbs, and I was very close with them. Some of them I'm, close with now to this day, have relationship with, but I never spent the night at their house. Never spent the night at their house. And let me be clear, my mother didn't let nobody spend the night at our house. Now I will allow my children to have a select few, but Hazel Lamont didn't let nobody stay at her house either. You can't come over, you can't go over there. So I was quite isolated. Okay. I saw you at school, and then after school was over, we didn't see each other no more. We went home. But no, I dealt with the same situation, and it was because I was growing up in a time, in the 90s, where people felt free to say the N-word. They felt free to do all of those things. And so I was in Girl Scouts and all of that kind of stuff, and they were doing that kind of stuff. So the camping trips that they did with Girl Scouts, I ain't going on them. They did all kind of camping trips. My mama ain't let me go. She'll let me go because she knew there was going to be shenanigans. As a child, I grew up in a time where we would go outside and play in the sandbox, but because all of my friends were Caucasian, I was the one who was coming out of the sandbox with sand all in my hair. I was the one who they were sticking wood chips in my hair. They were doing all kinds of stuff, and I didn't know no better. I was a child. A little girl, I didn't know no better, but my mama was hot as fish grease when I would come home and they had done all of these things to my hair, or they had said certain things to me. Well, what's wrong with you? Why you like that? Well, how come you can't go swimming? How come you can't? So I can totally relate to this situation. But if the come sit on my couch is about Dina's kids, let me be very clear. My kids won't be coming to nobody's sleepover.
Okay. Natasha, I want to hear what the people with kids, and then me and Michael Tamar will follow.
I think this is a result of when Black people were trying to do better for their kids and move them into the suburban areas. And they forgot that there are some missing things that they are going to miss out on by living within the city. And that is going to community events and sleepovers and having all, a lot of their peers look like them. And so when you think that you're doing better, you're putting them at more risk. And with that, I wouldn't be living in any of those areas where my child's peer group looks like that. But two, if it did, she's not going to have a sleepover. It's hard enough for girls anyway, but if it's where she's going to be one of one, two of two, or two of out of 20, you're not going, not overnight. And I will be hanging around as a chaperone of some sort. Now, if it's where a lot of the girls look like you, and I have a good relationship with several of the parents, not necessarily all of them, but several of the parents, yeah, you can go. You can go. But it would definitely depend.
Okay, Shaq.
Yeah. We are just in Atlanta because I love Atlanta. It is also a very it's a very strategic and well thought out choice, right? Of wanting my children to be in a place where they feel seen and wanting to give them the experience of seeing themselves. Not because the rest of the world is like this. I am well aware that and people I think have forgotten that the bulk of America,
right,
it does not look like Atlanta, right?
Right.
I did not grow up seeing what I see in Atlanta. I remember coming to Atlanta and seeing all the Black people and saying to my mama, where are these Black people come from? Like that happened in my lifetime, right? And so I wanted that for my children, not because they're gonna get it anywhere else, but because I believe that it imbues our children with a sense of confidence, a confidence that I didn't have growing up. I grew up feeling like an imposter once I got out of college and starting my career and stuff, I always had imposter syndrome. And I am just now getting to a point where I feel confident being in rooms where I'm different, and I'm still very different. I have a very corporate career and so forth. And so in the early days of my career, I used to walk in rooms and would freeze. I just would be like, whoo. And so what I wanted for my children were to be confident in themselves and in their Blackness. And so that is part of my decision to be in a place like Atlanta. And so I say that to say that I agree with Funky. Like the idea that I would allow my son to be in that room overnight, that is absurd. I don't understand that. But people make their but I wouldn't have had it. As of today, my son, he's now 8. All his sleepovers have been at his cousin's house. The same 2-3 cousins, right? That's where he sleep over at. All the birthday parties, the same 2-3 cousins. All right, there are 1-2 friends that he's managed where I've gotten close enough to the mom where me and her, he got like one friend like that. He has one white friend, biracial friend. The boy is biracial, and his adopted father is white, and the boy is biracial, and that's about it, right? And that's how we had. And when that man brought his child to the party, every single person who came to my house said, "Do y'all know it's a white man outside playing with the kids? We don't play that. We are very careful."
Yeah,
and
interesting.
So that's scary. Because you don't know, right? And so fear is real, and you can't control what you can't control. No, I don't get it.
Okay.
No.
Michael, so if you were to have kids, what do you think? I mean, we can't say until we do, but what do you think about this?
So I suppose I can understand the trepidation, but at the same time, it makes me sad. When I was in elementary, my best friends were a Korean and a Black boy, and we all had sleepovers and we all had a good time, and it was at everyone's houses, and the parents got along and everything else, right? So it's sad to think that kids can miss out on that now, but I understand why. The world is different, a lot different now than it was then. Are we talking about the prank as well in this conversation?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I say without pride, that is a prank I think every group of boys has pulled at some point. I know that we've done it. I did it when I was younger, pee in a cup or worse, and then someone gets fooled into drinking it, and it was not like someone was singled out.
My cousins did it too, Michael.
See,
but they did it with their cousins.
I've never heard of that before.
I chalk it up to boys
my
and
cousins
boys.
definitely
I
did.
really honestly do. I hate to say it. I lived
I'm
it.
appalled.
Well, see, in high school, I hung out with all girls, so maybe.
My
No, we did some nasty stuff.
Absolutely
Some
disgusting.
really nasty stuff.
This one guy farted in my face when we had a sleepover. Like literally
so
stood
crazy.
over me and passed gas. So yeah.
Oh, see.
But we
No.
were kids.
So we knew our boys were safe boy spaces because boys are gross.
Yeah, boys are gross.
Boys kiss in safe spaces too. Like they do a lot of shit in safe spaces. I mean, I can say that's one of the reasons why I started hanging around girls, because I did not feel safe around boys. I was bullied as a kid for being gay.
Same
so
here.
Like I got bullied so much, and I really didn't find my core group of people until I got to high school. And that's when I came out and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be gay. And I had so many girlfriends. They was like, girl, we got you. We knew you was gay.
Tamar, I don't
Waiting.
know if it was like this with you, but I had moms in high school. I slept over my girlfriend's houses.
It
Their
was.
moms didn't care.
I had a.
My daughter's best friend is a gay boy. He has been my bonus baby.
He's
He's been
family,
allowed here.
They were from Africa, and their parents trusted me because they knew I was gay. And they I mean, the culture of Africans, they're very like strict. There are certain things that they don't respect. But her dad liked me so much because I always respected them when I went to their house. I was he seen our protection of each other. So he told me one day, he said, you can spend a night in my house. Yeah. I trust you. Like he had a conversation with me, and I was in the 10th grade. And I remember my friend, I'm not gonna say her name, but me and her, we had a sleepover, and it was like 6 girls, and I was a boy, and we was on manicures, pedicures, and that's where I guess I kind of got into like who I was, because I did not have a lot of guy friends in high school. I was afraid of guys because I was like, men are mean. These boys are mean. Like, but as a kid, I experienced like the pen cups. If you don't do this, I'm gonna punch you. Farting in faces. I mean, we did moose what is it? When people put their nuts in your face, monkey, what is it called? Yeah, you Michael, you know what I'm saying? Like
teabagging.
Yes. I experienced that stuff.
Not the
teabagging, yeah. Like I got teabagged when I was in middle school. So
I was doing that in high school, but never mind.
Yeah, but you know, I think to go to the first thing, the guy with the kid with the P, it's bittersweet because boys will be boys, and also like looking from what, like, we don't really know like the whole story. We don't know who all the kids that were there. We don't know if he was the only black kid there at this all white like sleepover, and we don't know the trauma that kid had. So it is bittersweet. And just for like the lawyer to say like these boys are gonna lose their past and all these things, it kind of threw me because like the trauma that this other kid had, like we don't really know.
Right.
Now when it comes to what Funky Dineva said, I agree with him 100% now, today, because there is so much going on in the world. And I just see so many videos on TikTok and Twitter where like you got little white kids going to people's house with whips. Like they're just so disrespectful. It's just so much going on. So like in this day and age, if I had kids, no, you're not going nowhere.
I'm sorry. Because if a white kid
baby, I was watching this movie on
house. Shaq, yes. you felt me through the camera because I'm like what?
Baby, how bold these kids are.
That would not behoove you,
baby.
Baby, don't come over here.
When I seen that video, I had to go back because I said I would have opened my door and I would have whooped his ass.
Baby,
but you know,
dragged.
Honey, it's just
we don't even know them people.
My kids stay in no one's house because I honestly don't trust people now in these days. We got people going to people's house as sex offenders saying you cute at 11. It's just so much going on, and it's just you just don't know. So I mean, I think like back in the 90s, there was a little bit more protection because there was a lot of parents knowing who the parents are, actually building relationships with their neighbors.
Well, you know, the culture has changed.
Like allowing, let me tell you, my mom had a best friend that lived in our apartment complex. She could whoop our ass.
That's what's missing today.
Like my mama gave her permission to whoop our ass, and if she saw us doing something,
that's what's missing, Ashleigh. Is that it?
Whoop. So I think now you got this. Well,
that hit a nerve. That hit a nerve because in my day, the teacher could chastise you. The neighbor could chastise you. Now parents want to fight the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And the neighbors. It's crazy.
It's different now. So
not teach their kids.
It's different now. Like it's not that.
It's a shame.
It's
and
not
then we also have a culture
yeah.
change, y'all. The culture has changed.
Yeah.
What's that running joke about Uber? You know how once upon a time getting in the car with strangers was crazy, and now you pay strangers to take you places.
Yeah, true.
There's a cultural shift as well, right?
Well,
and
you guys, we
together,
are over. I told the group only an hour tonight, but we're over. So thank you for tuning in. Please like and share. We will be back next week with a new episode. Cass, stay on. I want to talk to you 1 minute. Everyone else, we'll be sharing this. What's today? Today's Friday. I'll share this Friday, and then some clips throughout the week, and we'll be back next Wednesday. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.